Hello, hello, welcome everyone, wherever you're joining us at in the world. My name is Jewel. I'm the founding owner of Gratitude Griot LLC, and you are joining us for Move and Meditate, a sponsored series hosted by myself and the good folks over at the Fibromyalgia Care Society of America. Thank you again so much for continuing to host this series and for everyone out there in the world that's joining us. So for tonight's class, I've been really rooting into yogic principles lately and using those as a tool of sorts to kind of help cope with COVID. So I was saying that the yoga principles have been really awesome in the time of COVID and chaos and uncertainty. And just really utilizing those as philosophies to root into and find some clarity and some internal calmness. And so for today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of svadhyaya, which is a Sanskrit word that means self-study. And it's one of the principal roots of yoga, meaning that in our yoga and meditation practice, we utilize those to learn more about ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and how we show up in the world. And this has been really powerful for me in the sense that I've been living with lupus for 25 years now, and it was my yoga practice that helped me to understand more about my body and how it responds to my lupus and the different symptoms that I experience. So I know perhaps some people that are joining us, you might be living with fibro or some other type of autoimmune illness, and even those of us that are not, and you're just, here to support a loved one, or you just love what we do over at the FCSA. It's an awesome principle to really observe yourself and kind of evaluate again, how you show up in the world, how you respond in your relationships with your loved ones, your co-workers, for those that are parents, children, and different members of your family, your friend circles, etc. And so at this point in quarantine, we've had over 100 days to kind of reduce the noise and distractions and really go internally. And so I've been asking myself, in what ways have I used this time to examine myself and what I want in my life? And for me, that's been rooting a lot more into my creativity and making sure that I'm getting my services out there to people in terms of yoga and meditation, that I know that people can utilize those to cope right now with so much that's going on that's causing a lot of stress. And so I pose that question to you. So what have you become more clear on as you've been in quarantine? And what are some of the ways that you've made deeper connections that truly matter to you, whether that be deeper connections with yourself, perhaps your relationship to the outdoors and enjoying that solo and safe and responsibly, still socially distancing. And then maybe you've made some deeper connections with other people that are around you now that we've been forced to connect virtually for so long, and really being intentional about the way that we connect and stay connected with people. So just some things to consider. If not in your practice today, maybe afterwards you might journal and just jot down some things that have become more clear for you about yourself or the way that you interact with others in the world around you since COVID. So we are going to go ahead and get started now that I've given my opening spiel and kind of set the tone and theme for today's class. So we'll be using our breath work to examine and turn that focus more internally and just observe the movement and sensations of our breath. But before we get there, we'll start with a little bit of stretches to help open up head, neck, chest, and shoulders. Hello, I see someone else joining us on Instagram. I believe that's Nikia, maybe. Hi, welcome. Phoebe got favor, we see you. So start in your favorite position. You could be sitting, you could be laying down, lying down. Still need to Google that. Wherever you feel most comfortable. If you're sitting, you'll be able to do all these stretches with the full range of motion. If in a prone position, maybe you might have to alter them a little bit, but that's okay too. However you like to join this practice. Maybe you're just here for the breathing and the breath work, and that's okay too. Just start by taking a few deep breaths, just grounding yourself in preparation for your practice. And then on your out breath, go ahead and drop right ear over to right shoulder. Roll your head back as you take left ear over to left shoulder and bring your chin down to your chest. Take a few neck rolls, rolling from side to side. Just noticing any tightness you might be experiencing at the end of your day. Well, depending on where you're joining us from, maybe it's not the end of your day. But for most of us, it's our pre-Friday, precursor to the weekend. So just notice if there's any tension and stress built up from the week. Go ahead and turn to look over right shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to center. Turn to look over left shoulder. Just do a few rounds like that, just turning gently from side to side, getting into the full range of motion of our necks. Hello, hello. More joining in from Instagram. Just jump in wherever you're at. We just started. And come back to center. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest. Turn your palms out towards the screen as you stretch your arms long and take a nice full inhale to lift up high towards the ceiling. Go ahead and wiggle a little bit side to side. We're getting a thumbs up. Thank you for participating in the comments. And exhale, just drop your arms down by your sides. Take some big shoulder rolls backwards. We'll do that one more time. Fingers interlace in front of your chest. Turn your palms out towards the screen as you press your arms forward and lift towards the ceiling. Add some organic movement, anything that feels good for your back, your shoulders. You just do a little wiggle side to side. And take your hands back behind your head, fingers still clasped for this round, and then fold over towards your right side. Come back to center, fold left. Take that one more time, both sides. Feeling the stretch along your side bodies as you lean into this motion. Come back to center, drawing your elbows in. Drop your chin into your chest. And open everything out wide. Exhale to release your palms down to your lap. And again, take a few deep breaths. Exhale to release out. Breathe in. The breath drop out. If it feels okay for you, just go ahead and rest your eyes for a moment. And start to settle into your breath. Notice the sensation of your feet on the floor, drawing up energy from the earth. Your attention to your abdomen. Just noticing as you draw breath in, your core, stomach muscles get tighter. As you exhale, feeling your belly expand and drop out. Inhale and exhale. Notice the breath moving up through your chest as your lungs fill with air. Exhale. Feel your rib cage gently settle back down. Inhale, feeling the sensation of the side ribs lift. Exhale. Maybe feeling your back ribs drop back down. Take a few more rounds of breath like that. Just noticing any sensations, any movement that you feel in your body. Perhaps noticing the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your nostrils, flowing across your top lip. What can you observe in the spaces? Can you learn anything different about your breath or your body as you examine each inhale and exhale? Perhaps you start to notice if your breath is deep or maybe it's shallow. Maybe you notice the general sense of energy that you're feeling right now. Maybe it's calm, quiet stillness. Maybe you're experiencing a little anxiousness and anxiety, or somewhere along that spectrum. Just noticing and observing without judgment. Just trying to be fully aware and present in the moment. Start to deepen your breath. Reconnecting with each physical sensation of the movement of air flowing throughout your body. You can begin to reintroduce some movement to your practice by wiggling your fingers and your toes. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and gently blink them back open. Bringing one palm to heart center, rest the other palm right on top of that. Just breathe deeply into your heart space, just acknowledging you've taken a few moments to do something nourishing and loving for your bodies and your minds. I hope that you all continue to remain curious and continue to learn more about yourselves each and every day. The divine light in me honors and salutes the divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Be well and take care until then. Bye.